10 reasons to keep people close, even when they're not perfect. The people we choose to have around us deeply affect our lives. Often, we're told to cut ties when someone frustrates us, fails us, or doesn't meet our expectations. But there's another path, one of understanding, patience, and the conscious choice to nurture connections that, though imperfect, help us grow. Here are 10 reasons why you should value relationships that may seem difficult at first glance, but actually carry hidden treasures for your personal growth. 1. People who always say they're broke. When someone keeps talking about not having money, the easy reaction is to pull away. But if you look deeper, you'll see an opportunity to exercise empathy. Many people never learned how to handle money and end up stuck in cycles of scarcity. Instead of cutting contact, imagine being the positive example they need. You could be the spark that inspires them to change. Plus, being around those with financial struggles reminds us to be grateful for what we have and more generous in what we can share. Contrast often teaches us to value our own blessings. 2. People who live in conflict. Those who are always caught up in disputes carry within them a fiery passion for justice and truth. Is it exhausting? Absolutely. But it's also a lesson in courage and firmness. By choosing not to run from these relationships, we learn to cultivate calm in the middle of chaos. They become unintentional teachers of patience, showing us how to remain grounded even when the environment is turbulent. Rather than draining us, they can remind us that peace isn't the absence of war, it's the presence of balance. 3. Those who minimize your concerns. It hurts when our struggles don't receive the attention we expect, but there's a hidden gift here too. Sometimes that dismissive attitude is really a call to see things in perspective. Maybe the friend who seems indifferent is simply showing us that life moves on, and that burden doesn't have to weigh us down forever. In their own rough way, they help us avoid drowning in small problems. They remind us not to magnify everything, and sometimes even help us laugh at what once seemed unbearable. 4. People who impose their beliefs. When someone pushes their beliefs on us, our first instinct is to step away. But isn't that passion also proof of how deeply they believe in something? That kind of fire can actually be inspiring. Keeping the dialogue open, even with those who think differently, broadens our worldview. We learn that respect doesn't mean agreeing, it means being willing to listen. And surprisingly, hidden in their endless speeches, we might find insights we wouldn't have discovered on our own. 5. Feeling uncomfortable around someone. Discomfort isn't always a sign we should walk away. Often it's a mirror reflecting something within us that we still need to face. These people are like hidden teachers. They force us to look inside, to confront our impatience, pride, or fears. That awkward feeling is an invitation to self-awareness. If we stay instead of fleeing, the relationship becomes a lab where we practice patience, forgiveness, and wholeness. Discomfort becomes transformation. 6. People who only complain. Living with chronic complainers seems draining, but it also gives us a rare opportunity to be a light in someone else's darkness. Listening to complaints can train us not to absorb negativity, while at the same time strengthening our compassion. And when we show, not with words, but with our example, that there's another way to live, we may spark their change. Many complainers don't need rejection, they need a model of joy. 7. Those who break promises. Broken promises hurt, but they also remind us that no one is perfect. We all fail, forget, or get overwhelmed. Instead of walking away, we can choose patience and forgiveness. People who once struggled with commitment can transform, especially when they have someone by their side who refuses to give up on them. Each broken promise becomes a chance to rebuild trust, one step at a time. 8. Conversations that never move forward. Going over the same issues again and again can feel tiring. But it also shows something important. That person trusts you. If they keep returning to the same topic, maybe it's because they believe you're the only one who will listen without judgment. And that's powerful. Being someone's safe space matters. With patience, those repetitive conversations can eventually turn into breakthroughs. Being truly heard is often the first step towards healing. 9. Friends who constantly brag. Boasting is usually a mask for insecurity. Those who need to show off all the time are really asking for acceptance. Instead of rejecting them, we can embrace them. By reminding them through our actions that they are already enough, we slowly help them shed the need to prove themselves. Over time, authenticity will emerge, and it's often true friendship that allows that authenticity to flourish. 10. People who don't respect your boundaries. It pains when someone crosses our boundaries, but it's also an invitation to learn how to express them clearly. Many times the person isn't malicious, just unaware. Staying in the relationship gives us the chance to practice communicating with firmness and love. And when we do, we build stronger, more authentic bonds. Even disrespect can be transformed into respect when we know how to stand up for ourselves. Conclusion. There are no perfect people, only people who help us grow. The most challenging relationships, when approached with maturity, patience, and love, are often the ones that shape us the most. The secret isn't to run away from people's flaws, but to discover the hidden treasure in each connection. Perhaps the friend who tests you the most is the very one teaching you the lessons you need most.